Technext. I know it's layoff season. A lot of tech companies are leaning their teams, and they are laying off people in thousands and hundreds across the world, in Africa. I'm sure you know all the stories. But with Technext, if you read Technext, I'm sure you understand Technext does so much that you're not even bothered. By the time they lay you off here, okay, God forbid, just go to technext.ng. Now this is Street Tech by Technext, and went out to the streets to ask laptop engineers how they do what they do, how important they are in the tech industry. Without them, you can't use your laptops, and you know what that means. If you use your phone to code, how much code can you use your phone or use your laptop and go as much as you want? That is why they're important in the scheme of things. And guess what? We're going to speak to them about what they do, how they do it, when they started, and why, and if they even understand what they do. So how did you start laptop repairs, and why?
Let me start from here. I was a student of Federal Polyoko. Meanwhile, this laptop business has never been on my list. So as time goes on, I graduated from Oko 2018, and I had the opportunity to come to Lagos 2019. So I first of all learned how to fix laptop. From there, 2020, 2021, I started this. So it's not been easy anyway, but as God may have it, this is where we see ourselves today.
It's a lucrative job. You get, it's a skill that is high on demand. Based on the population we have in Nigeria, you get, and the world is going tech. So I just felt like, after school, looking for jobs, let me just venture into the business of tech, the repairs and sales.
As we all know, Nigeria, that's a factor. One should be dynamic. Although being educated is not a problem, but the way you diversify your intelligence will speak volume of yourself. All of us just sitting here now, everybody here, we read one or two things in universities, but as time goes on, you have to move the way the world is moving. And as you all know now, the world is not a global village, so everybody tends to go into the world of ICT. So that's the major reason everybody is dwelling into the various field of ICT, be it technician, software engineer, and the likes.
So why did you decide that it was laptop repairs that you wanted to do, and how?
I actually came into laptop repairs since 2007. That was when I thought that there's tendency someone may not be able to have one or two things. Someone may not be able to get job out there when I finish my service. So then it was in Gombe then. So I just went into the repair. I learned from one of those guys there. Then that was how I started came into the repair.
Let me say it's a bit long story. I'm a student of University of Lagos, but before I even went from my institution, so I started learning computer repairs. When you come from a home of which is a family of struggling, then it's not easy, and you have to send yourself to school like that. So you have to look for means. So that is how we started. In 1998, from 1998, 1999, like that, we started. So, and to God be the glory, we are surviving.
So, do you specialize, and what do you specialize in the kind of laptops that you repair?
We specialize both on Windows and Mac, and anything Apple gadgets. So far, anything called Apple gadgets and Windows, you can solve the problem.
We repair all kind of laptops, in as much as laptops, or even not. It's not limited to laptops alone, even desktops and the like. When I was with my boss back then, we repair everything. We repair laptops, we repair desktops, we repair printers, we repair UPS, we repair anything related, computer related. That's what we repair. So when I started on my own, I said that is very much. Even laptop, I cannot finish it. So we're going to desktop printers. So we still do. You can see those are some desktops there. We still do desktop a bit. But if I put like 10, 20 desktops here, it will occupy the whole space. So we limited ourselves mostly to laptops.
Actually, here in the tech world, we specialize in both MacBook as well as Windows.
If I will answer that question, being a specialist in one aspect, I wouldn't say I really specialize in one computer. Anything pertaining to laptops, repair, software integration and installation, I do them.
Yeah, mostly I specialize on. I don't fix MacBook. Yes, I only do other laptops. Any other laptop I can, but MacBook no.
What if you have new models? How do you work on new models? For example, if a laptop is released today and a user brings it next week, how do you know what to do with it?
We also do research, and then at times we attend many conferences, like the one that they did in Canada last year. We were there. We get there, we attended the conference, we gain some experience and others on the new technology that may arrive anytime, any of the day, and then we keep updated.
There's not much difference. Once we have the basic ideology, the basic knowledge of computers and lab, everything are the same. Being old and latest model, so they are all the same.
It's all about when you know you start from small, you get, so nothing much is different, you get. So the old ones, the new ones, with the old ones you will also be able to do something, you get, about the new ones. So we just upgrade with the system because more works are coming. Some come with old systems, some come with new systems, so we just upgrade with them. Just normal upgrade.
So what about new models of laptops? When new models come out, how do you work with them? Do you have to go and learn how to repair them, or you just use former experience?
Like you said, former experience, because you as a professional, that's what makes you a professional. Once there is something new, anything new in the market, in your own line, you have to follow up. You understand? So you don't have to go and start learning, or even if you have to learn, I think YouTube made everything easy. You just go on YouTube and grab some information you need there. And
everybody now, the world is a global village. Even though if there is a new tech today, you have the chance. That's more than we have internet. You go online, you gather journals, you gather the latest tech on the world, and you put them together with your experience to solve the latest problem that might arise from the latest technology in the country, be it outside or even within our locality. So that was not a problem. Since the world is a global village, you go online, you watch YouTube, you subscribe to all these various advanced engineers outside the world. You speak with them, you do Zoom, everything, and you interact. With that, you gather different knowledge about the latest tech, and you put them together. You have them solve the problem. The only thing is that once you are lazy and once you are not ready to learn, you become outdated in the field of technology.
Actually, one of the things I give credit to the Nigerians, especially the engineers, those who work on laptops, is that each time I see us working, or any of us working, I give kudos to them, basically because these laptops were manufactured, produced, and when they were not there when they were being produced. So I imagine, how come do they get about solving the problems? So it goes through a lot of thinking, racking the brain, you understand? So it takes a lot of effort, thinking. When a new brand of system is brought to us, you understand, to get it resolved. So it takes a lot of time. It's a new system. We were not there when it was manufactured, so you just have to sit, you understand, you think about how do we go about this, how do we go about this, how do we go. I remember about a few weeks ago when they brought M1, M1 14 inches. You understand? Before our bosses could get it done, it took a lot of time. Yes, and kudos to them, because they later get it resolved.
Do you know how much importance your work is to the tech industry?
Very, very important, because we are relevant to one another. Without them, you can't survive, because we are not using gadgets. And then they too now, if their gadgets are having problem, they have to come to us directly. You understand? That's why I say that we are relevant to one another.
It's very, very much important, and even my very self, I cannot count the number of trainees I have trained so far without the help of any government assistance or anything on my own. I can't say this is the number of students I have trained. You can see that most of my students are not here, I'm trainees. So I've sent some to Ireland, credit company like that, so to service all their computers there. So we train people, and on several occasions we have trained so many people, and they are also, even within the market, we have who have become organ now.
How much do you think that your work contributes to the tech industry?
It's basically we're in a country where engineers are not appreciated. I've worked with several people out there, those who came from abroad, from one holiday or the other, that they came with their system. So when I finished with the repair of the system, the man told me that, what's your charges? What's your charges? I told him, it's just so amount. He said, so amount. You taking the laptop to a service repairer, in abroad there, you pay at least a minimum of $400 just for diagnosing alone. Repair fee is not there. Diagnosing alone is just $100. And the one I charged them then wasn't up to $100, less than $20. You understand? So I think we're in a country where effort of these engineers have been appreciated. I think it's going to go a long way. Young ones will have much interest in in learning all this job, in going into this business. But because those that are doing it, they are not being appreciated. Government are not appreciating them. You understand? So you just need to keep something doing.
Wow, that question is, let me say, is dynamic, in the sense that how do I think this our work contribute? It contributes immensely to the growth of the country. Let me share an experience with you. That was a case study that happened. The guy left the country. He was residing in Kenya. He had a problem, just a minor problem, but because of the inexperience of the engineer over there, they couldn't solve the problem. I was just opportune to speak. I told him, link me with the engineer over there. I just spoke to the engineer. I told him one or two things. He said, wow, he did it and everything was working fine. Without tech now, I'm telling you, everything in Nigeria is intercalated with what? Technology. You can't do without tech. All this, be it, even nowadays, when you are reading, you read with tech. Everything is technology now. That's the more thing. You have to make sure you move in tandem with the technology of the world. However, you might find yourself lagging behind, or even if you're not careful, just become an archaic person or outdated person.